What's up, guys? We got a question from Cassie about her son who recently did a super fight match. He's done several already. He's a young guy too. That's pretty cool. It's cool to see like really young kids get into it. But she's noticed that recently around in her area where they're doing these matches, a lot of the gyms are offering both wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And so her son who's going from a primarily just a jiu-jitsu gym is going against these other gyms that have wrestling. And so when they go in there, they're wondering what is the best way to approach it strategy-wise, right? If you're going to go compete against someone that has wrestling and jiu-jitsu experience, and you have just jiu-jitsu, right? So your takedowns are maybe not going to be as good. Do you pull guard or do you go for a takedown? So Cassie, thanks for the question. And again, it's cool to see your son out there, and it's awesome that you're supporting him. So we're going to say that Chad is a mean bruiser, just a wrestler, right? He's going to snap me down and take me down so fast. It's going to make my head spin. So if I was up against someone, and I have been, right? Because I'm not bad at wrestling, but by no means am I like the best wrestler ever. In jiu-jitsu, I'm not bad because I can combine jiu-jitsu and wrestling together and blend them, which makes it a little bit more effective, where sometimes I can take down wrestlers and things like that because you can use little tricks and things like that. But a lot of times, if I'm up against someone that I know has really good takedowns, and it's going to do two things. One, it's either I'm going to have to expend a lot of energy to take them down because of how good they are, or they're going to take me down. I pull guard, okay? And so for me, I've always had this thing where I don't want to spend a lot of time just locking up and dancing and doing this stuff, because to me, like, I want to play in jiu-jitsu. I want to get on the ground, right? Because back in the day, I remember I used to be really guilty of that, like where we would be just dancing around, and as a heavier guy, I didn't want to pull guard. And I'm like, to me now, it's like, I don't do that. If I can't get a takedown within the first minute and a half, I instantly am just going to pull guard because I want to get the groundwork going. And if I can't play a guard on him, then that's my fault. I need to get better from the position. And it's just, to me, like, if you're out there playing and you're not getting to the ground, it's where we finish people. Anyway, that's my little rant. So when we're in the position, for me, I'm going to pull guard. Now, if I'm going up against a wrestler, I'm not going to pull full guard. The reason being is if for some reason, if I pull a full guard here, worst full guard pull in Nogi ever. If I pull full guard, wrestlers get really wide based here, they'll push in, and it's so tough. Now, Chad has the ability to work with these guys because of his long legs, and I'll get him to show something here in just a second. But for me, being a little bit more average size to shorter leg size, this is just not the ideal position for me, okay? Wrestlers have a wide base. They've got a good base. So my focus is to get up under that base. So what I'll do typically is I'll start using more of a half guard pull type thing, or maybe even a butterfly guard pull. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the half guard pull that I use. From here, and you can actually watch me in some of my matches against bigger guys, I'll do this. So what I'll do is I'm gonna get behind the neck, okay? Again, this is for Nogi, and I think the match I saw was in Nogi. If it's gi, you can make some minor adjustments with a collar and a sleeve. I'm gonna get around the neck. When I cup the neck, again, I get these fingers right on the other side of the carotid. There's a little handle there with the muscles I can get a hold of. This hand, I wanna scoop up under, and I wanna get in front of the shoulder here. So my hand's going all the way around till, let's turn around this way, till I'm in the front of the delt, okay? Now, the last part is I'm gonna place my head. This is an important detail, and a lot of jiu-jitsu guys just don't get taught this because they don't do enough takedowns. My head is very important where the position is. I'm not gonna go head to head. I'm gonna put my forehead right into basically it fits perfectly right into the side of the neck. And the reason I put my forehead is, look what this does. If I'm center with Chad, then we're both center, but both have offense and defense. If I get here, I now have an angle. And if Chad like just tries to turn towards me, he can't because his head can't move. And if I've got my hand and my arm here to basically hold him in position, he can't basically get away from me. So here in this position, hard for him to move. Now this allows me to create an angle. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be stepping out, and I wanna create a lane right here in front of me so that as I drop in, I just pull him over and I make him post. When Chad's hands have to post, that means he's off balance. That's one of the key things that you always have to do. You want to get the person off balance. When they're off balance, now you can take advantage of that and you have a free move. From here, I'll get into an outside half guard position, low half guard, whatever you want to call it. I use the outside hook. The reason that I'm hooking the outside leg is because I want to make sure that Chad does not turn directly towards me. Right? If I hook a regular half guard, he'll turn immediately towards me, get that low base again. I'm dealing with the same problem that I was talking about from guard, right? They're able to turn directly towards me, work that low base. But here, if I'm here on the side, this allows me to get down low. I'm negating the power of the overhook that he has, the wizard, and I can start to come up for sweeps, or I can hook under and sweep this way. I have a whole series of half guard movements on the channel. Now, real quick, just to kind of go over this real fast. Why am I going to pull guard opposed to going for the takedown? Well, I don't want to waste energy, and I don't want to give him the chance to do something that he wants to do, right? If you're going up against a wrestler, they're going to want to take you down, either for points or let's say it's a submission only, it's pure morale, right? They want to be on top and they want to be there, and if they take you down, then they took control of the match. And even on a pure just morale, the way you feel about how things are going, if you give a wrestler a takedown, they feel good. They're like, oh, I got the takedown. They could do just nothing else for the rest of the match, but because they got the takedown, they would think that they won the match. And I can tell you this because that's the way that I used to think. I was always after the takedown. But if we need to stop that, one, we pull guard and then we're making them have to react to us. Okay, strategically that's better, okay, than letting them take us down. And then two, even though they're on top, and then two, I'm not wasting any energy playing from a position that's not going to be, beneficial for me. So one more time on this movement, we get in here, get into the neck, okay? And again, I'm going to step out, drop down to my hip, and then come into the position again. I'm hooking the outside leg, grabbing the leg here, and then I can sweep from this position. Take a look at my half guard series that I've done. Either on the channel, there's some stuff on YouTube, and if it's not out yet, I have a half guard series all about sweeping that's going to be up on my website soon, so you can check that out. And Chad, I'll just throw the question to you because you've dealt with a lot of wrestlers. With your long legs, what would be your strategy as far as attacking the position? Like if I was a big bruising wrestler and I'm jumping into you because you've had lots of matches against those kind of guys, what's your game plan as a longer legged person?
So I typically do two things. If I can get to full guard, great, because I have longer legs. I can walk my legs up the back a lot easier. I actually have a match that you can check out too. If you go to my channel, I went here, I got control of the neck, I also went here, and I just kind of pulled into a butterfly guard. So a lot of times they're going to come forward anyways. So as he's coming forward, I'm just going to pull. And as I pull, I could use that to get like a little lift. Sometimes they'll fall over, I'll be able to get up on top, and sometimes he'll just use that hand and he'll post, and that's all I need. So with wrestlers, they're gonna be charging forward at you. So I just go with him, I take his balance off, I get him lifted. Now he's either gonna post, and I let go, and I go for my triangle, or sometimes he'll just fly over, and then we come up. I try to hang on to him the best I can so I can get a secure position. But it's easy for me. I just come up, club the back of the head. He's gonna drive. I just sit down, and I just use his momentum against him.
So Cassie, there's two options for you again as far as what to do. But the strategic idea again is to pull. Again, this is me talking to you. If strategically, if I was in that situation, I would pull guard, save your energy for the ground game, which is where you're going to do the bulk of your work anyway, and then take away the sort of forward momentum that the wrestler would have by getting that takedown initially. Okay, so I would tell your son to, or if I'm talking to him, Ryan, pull guard and work your game from there and be ready for it. So guys, I hope that's helpful to you. And again, thank you guys for the question. And Ryan, good luck to you in your future competitions, brother.